In the United Kingdom, we have something called the BIM Protocol. This is a standardised supplementary legal agreement that can be incorporated into a professional service appointment or a construction contract by a simple amendment. There's two parts at the end that you edit to make it specific to your project. It is one of the dullest documents you're probably ever going to read, but it does do some pretty important things in terms of BIM. Its primary objective is to enable the production of information models at defined stages of a project. It also supports collaborative working, requires the appointment of an information manager, and enables common standards or working practices to be made an explicit contractual requirement. The protocol creates additional obligations and rights for the employer and the contracted party or parties. It's based on the direct contractual relationship between the employer and the supplier. It doesn't cater for any rights or liabilities between different suppliers. Where a supplier is dependent on another, or on a subconsultant or subcontractor, to fulfil their obligations, those conditions need to be reflected in the agreements made between them. It's important that everyone producing or delivering information models on a project has the BIM protocol appended to their contracts. This way, everyone follows the same standards and ways of working and has the clear right to do so. Responsibility for ensuring that the protocol is in place rests with the employer. At the end of the protocol are two editable appendices that you use to make the standardised document relevant to your project. The first is the model production and delivery table. This must include references to all building information models that are required by the employer at each stage of the project. The second is the information requirements, detailing the information management standards that will be adopted on your project. Now, while some of these might sound a bit obvious, there are a few things to be mindful of when using the BIM protocol. Firstly, you need to ensure that the same version of the document and its appendices are incorporated into each contract. The wording of the protocol is standardised in the UK and therefore shouldn't be amended. It needs to detail all the information models that are going to be produced by all parties contracted to the employer on the project. And any changes to it should be treated as variations to your contract. You also need to remember that the protocol was developed as a means of amending existing forms of contract for use on BIM Level 2 projects. It works to a point at Level 2, but the industry is likely to have to fundamentally reconsider how it contracts as it progresses to BIM Level 3 and as workflows are digitised further. So tonight you can finally get a good night's sleep because you know what the BIM protocol is, what it does and how to use it. The template is a free download from this link, and it also helpfully includes some model wording on how to incorporate it into a professional services agreement or to a construction contract. We've put that below the video on the B1M.com and on YouTube, so you can always access it. We hope you found that useful. If you have any queries or you have some experience of using the protocol yourself, comment below and let us know about it.